Hey, first off, first ever episode of TTB Talks, by the way.
A lot of nerves. A lot
A
of
lot of
nerves.
nerves. We'll shake them out.
Oh, yeah. So we're here with At Zero, Thor, Brodo, and Doc. Um, Brodo, Doc, and Thor. These guys are winners of our Halloween contest. They are amazing game masters. Couldn't be more proud of them. Couldn't be happier to interview them today. I'm here with with one of my amazing teammates and uh, game masters himself, DM Matt, who also runs a game for us every Thursday. Make sure to check in next week for our next episode of the game. Um, and then we also have Ad Zero, who is also an amazing game master who, a lot of people don't even know that he's actually a game master until someone's like, hey, Zero is an awesome game master. He's been doing it for a bit and he's really good at it. So I just want to like pick their brains and see what's going on with them. But to start us off with, Matt, you want to say hi?
Yeah, hey guys, it's me. I'm Matt. I'm here. I'm one of those guys on the server. It's a great time. Uh, but Jacob and I kind of came up with this idea. Um, Obviously, we stream on one Thursday, and then we have this little podcast the next. But we thought it would be a great opportunity to meet some of the players, some of the DMs, some people who help make the Discord kind of happen. And this is a chance for them to share what they do. And speaking of that Discord, Jacob, what are we talking about?
So the Discord that he is talking about is the Tavern Board. So the Tavern Board is a community that allows DMs or game masters to find players and players to find game masters. It's also a place where we are ourselves creating our own content and homebrew classes, subclasses, worlds where we're trying to help spread the love and joy of D&D and not just D&D but tabletop role-playing games. We're also partnered up or we're also good friends with another company called Claymore Games. Awesome tabletop role-playing game that they got going on over there. One of these weeks we will be having a fun interview with Bia. That's in the works, but right now it's all just
Ooh,
talk.
baby.
It is in the works. She's a great person. I love talking to her. She was the sponsor for our Halloween contest, providing each winner with the Claymore Games Fist Ultra Edition, which is an awesome, cool tabletop RPG that highlights honestly guns and supernatural. It is a fun where you play as a mercenary hunting down the supernatural. Um, Honestly, I'm waiting for one of our game masters to run the fucking game because it seems like it's going to be a ton of fun.
Yeah,
Um,
first off, I was gonna run a game for it, and then I kind of became part of the server, so I couldn't. So one of you three that we're gonna talk to later, and maybe one of them will be brave when we interview him. But I'm ready for my game. I'm ready to play.
Me too. Um, Speaking of your game,
Oh,
um, let's rehash last week real quick before we move on. My big question is, what the fuck is in that bread? That bread that you so wanted me to not fucking eat.
so for those of you who are obviously just now hearing about it because somebody forgot to hit the record button, and I'm pretty sure we can blame anybody but me. It's definitely not me. Uh, yeah. So this world, Valorage, there's like you guys have entered like where the ship drops you off, and it's like a little hotel day you get, and there's free bread. You guys got there. There was free bread. You guys, the morning kind of came up, and someone's like, "I'm ready to pass out free bread," and then some stranger came up to yourself and Dobby's character Rolo and said, "Don't eat the bread," and he like that was where we ended. So
Now,
yeah,
to
the bread
give
is
some
for sure
context
something.
on that, don't eat the bread, by the way. Rolo and Theron, my character,
Hmm.
were having a smoke sesh. They were just having a nice, smoking the doob of the devil's lettuce, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
They were having a good moment. And they're all like, this dude he's talking to is just like chill. He's real happy to be there, smoking with us, and we're just talking all night. And then, like, as soon as we're like talking, we just bring up the bread. He drops like any formality and just looks us dead in the eyes and is like, "Don't eat the bread. Whatever they say, do not eat the bread."
Right.
Like,
Which
like he was so happy. He was so happy.
it's funny you mentioned you two because there's a third player in our game who was hand delivered bread at her door. I don't know if you remember
Dude,
that.
I'm going to have to run to the door. So our third player, I can never remember her character's name. Um,
You got this. I
is
believe in
the
you. I believe in you.
nope.
You can pull
Don't
it out
believe
of
in me.
nowhere. Starts with
It
a
ain't
V.
coming.
You can do this. You're on the spot now. People are listening, waiting to see if you can do it.
Oh God. Hey, hey, what was your character's name?
He gets the cheat. He gets the cheat code of leaning off screen. Veridity. I know it's Veridity.
I really forgot. I'm gonna be
Veridity.
honest.
You're good.
Really, sorry. It's been a week.
It's
Or it's
been
been
a
2 weeks since we last
it's been
played.
2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, Veridity is Theron's wife. She she is also played by one of our tavern board two crew members, Adrian,
Mhm.
also head of HR, great person. Um, but yeah, she is an interesting character. As Theron is a wood elf, I like to think that wood elves are a bit of the in what I would say a hillbilly, a little bit like they talk a lot like this, and they're ready to play on their banjo, but instead I got a lute, so I'm just playing, I'm singing songs, I'm having a good time.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
was guns, I'm from America, obviously, and she is a highborn elf who is a little snooty, but she knows right from wrong compared to me. It's a fun game. I
Yeah.
really
You
enjoy it.
you
Matt has done a lot of work for it, and I'm very happy to be a part of it.
you two kind of have that yin and yang of like the hillbilly elf that should stay with his like hillbilly kind, and then the highborn elf that's like, "Ah, I'll take on this weirdo." And then in the mix we have Rolo, who is our, well, first off, Star, it's your homebrew subclass of the Rolling Death, which is very herbal adjacent, we'll call it for now,
Nice.
where his pact is with a certain deity that we'll get to in stream at some point in time. But he also enjoys a nice herbal break from the world.
Yes. So Rolo's character is a Tavern Board original. The class is made by our creative writing team, who also
Mm-hmm.
features myself, Matt, and another person named that goes by Samant, a really good friend of mine. Love the guy. You know it. I'm doing a heart sign for you, Samant. I love you.
And
But
Leo.
the subclass is a lot of fun. It's the subclass is the Rolling Death. It is a it mainly just talks about, or the idea behind it is that your patron is an old Aztec god that was affected by Western influences, and so it's an armadillo that likes to smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah.
That's it.
I've
Uh,
I've been having a really fun time trying to figure out if I'm going Matthew McConaughey, if I'm going young Matthew McConaughey, old, or if I'm just going like Shaggy from Scooby. I'm trying to find the right voice still. I'm excited to let it loose though at some point.
I'm really hyped to see it. I've been dying to see who else will play it. The armadillo was an original that I created for a different game made by a publishing company called Storm Bunny Studios called Mists of Akuma. I created this god that I called um just the armadillo, but it was like this chaotic death god that just liked to get high all the time, and I had a lot of fun with it. And so I
Hmm.
was like, I'm going to make this an actual thing for my, because I'm not taking it from anyone. I love Storm Bunny Studios. They make great work. I'm just saying I want to do some stuff too.
Right.
Um, but yeah.
You know
Uh,
what? we'll have so much more to talk about our game in the future, but I do think since he is our special guest star of the night, our honorary DM of the night, I think it's time to get in at Zero into this chat and let's pick his brain a little bit with what he's got going on.
All right, Zero, get in here.
Hello, everybody. My name is DM0. I'm happy to be here.
Hey, thanks for coming. Thanks for showing up. Uh, first and foremost, I haven't personally gotten to play with you yet, but from everything I hear, just positive reviews across the board. You're crushing it, man.
Thank you very much. I do think they are overselling it, but yeah, it's an ego boost for me just to have players having a good time.
Sure,
Yeah, enjoying the games.
sure. Hey, you know what? We all need that ego boost from time to time. Tell me about how many games you got going on, and if you could give me like the back of the book version of what they are. What do you got?
So far, I have a campaign. It's called Broken Grounds. It's a sort of desolate area, once blooming, but it was hit by a sort of a piece of a meteor, and that sort of corrupted the place, and it turned the once great area into a desert. And in this desert, there are different ancient things. Spoilers ahead. They are currently dealing with genies, and it's literally it's literally and figuratively a sandbox that I created, and yeah,
Nice. Nice
it's
wordplay
awesome.
there. That's
Uh,
good.
uh, Things that I'm doing at the Tavern Board so far are only one shots. I've been exploring more on the horror theme, specifically because of the contest, and yeah, I've been exploring. I've been making horror one shots ever since. Yeah, I think I have another
It.
another one coming up on Sunday.
Oh, really?
And yeah, I'm looking forward to anybody who wants to join.
Uh, a horror one shot just kind of like once you start writing one, they just kind of like stick to you. I get how Stephen King like can just rattle these things off because like every now and then you're making your content for it and you're like, oh, it would be really fun if that closet opened up to a different door, and then like you go, okay, that doesn't fit, but then that thought never leaves. And so like once you finish what you're doing, you're like, okay, I got to get back to that cool door idea, and then it just leads into something totally different. I don't know. Horror
Yeah,
has that way of staying with you.
I got that same feeling. It's just yeah,
Yeah.
it keeps on going. The ideas just flows, and then yeah, it could be if it does not fit in the story, it could be
Mm-hmm.
another story.
Yeah, it
Just
just
that
leads into a
sort of
story of its own.
yeah interconnected sort of horror universe. That's awesome.
It's so fun. I've got this idea where all of my games take place within this library, and it's kind of that the Arabian Nights, the gosh, what is it? 1001 Arabian Nights, where the every princess that's ever selected, uh, the the emperor, I don't remember what the monarchy is, but the leader like has them for a
Sultan,
night. What is it?
Sultan, I think.
Yeah, it is a sultan. You're right. You're right. He has him for a night, gets bored, and assassinates him. And so this one goes, you know what? I have a great idea. I'll keep telling him stories over and over, and I'll leave him on cliffhangers every single night. Um, I kind of got my idea from the library off that, where every single game is actually just a book being pulled off the library by this. Ooh, I don't want to tell Star all my secrets yet, but it's a story being told by somebody. And
Yeah.
I forgot Star was even here, so I'm gonna hold off. I can't tell you my secret, Star. He was just taking notes over there
Awesome.
too. Like,
Oh,
okay,
I
I'm
was,
looking
I was literally
for.
like
Be-
writing things down. I was like, oh, is he now?
No.
I was like, oh,
trying
okay.
trying to
But
get some
yeah,
snippet
we
here and there.
Zero. We got a couple questions for you If you're ready for them.
Yeah, go for it.
So every table has chaos in their own sort of way. Maybe the chaos is a quiet player. Maybe the chaos is a loud player. How do you handle chaos and like balancing the game?
Thankfully, I haven't had many that a problem players. For the silent people, I know the feeling. I've been introverted most my life, and I think I'm ambiverted now because of D&D. Because I like to tell stories, but when a person is silent, this is what I'm told. At least I do best is to make everyone feel involved. If someone is staying silent, I tend to call on them. For example, we are at sort of the party is trying to do something. They're trying to enter a cave, and
Mm-hmm.
then one is going and go off investigating. One is looking out for enemies, and one is just readying sword or bow to shoot any enemies that they encounter. And then one is just sort of not doing anything, not speaking.
Mm-hmm.
I just call on them and say, "Hey, what are you doing at this point? What would your character do? You see your party member here. You can see your party member there. uh so yeah, what's your plan? What's your thinking?"
Yeah.
And then another thing, if it's not a immediate situation, I just call on them to ask, "Hey, what does your character think of the plan of what you're trying to do? What is in your character's mind the best way to solve the problem?" I make everyone sort of involved because that sort of involvement is what makes them more focused into the game.
Right.
They are not sort of fleeting into, "Hey, what's dinner? What to eat for dinner?" Or, "Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
how about the thing I have to do?" Yeah, you have to be right here. We are here in this story. You are not you at the moment. You are your character, and
Right.
yeah, this is
It,
where you'll shine.
and that's one of those really weird nuances of D&D nowadays because I started off for I think 3 years. Everyone came to this one person's house. We all gathered around this big huge table. Uh, and the only distraction was when the first person who like reached for the snacks, that was our break time. We're like, okay, it's snack break time. Everyone go refill your drink, go to the bathroom, load up on snacks. Me as a DM, I was like, I'm gonna eat as many snacks as I can while you guys do that, and that was always like our permanent breakdown. So, my question to you, Zero, now that we're in this like digital age, especially here on the tavern board itself, where everything is digital and everything's online, how do you handle the role of DM now that you are online versus if you ever handled it in person before?
Mm, uh, as for that, we kind of designate, me and my players kind of designate a certain point. And yeah, if you are more of a story based DM, you know the story beats, and yeah, uh, that's where yeah, when all excitement, everything is fleeting. That's the time probably to say, "Hey, let's take a break. Let's eat. Let's buy a break. Let's eat. Let's drink, or if anything else that you are wanted to do, now's the time." Otherwise, after that time, that is, we come back and we are again in the present, in the moment.
Right.
You are your player and not yourself.
That's it's. I think it's a really overlooked thing to take a break while you're playing D&D, especially
Yes,
online.
for sure.
I and sometimes you're in it so long and you've been staring at this screen, whether it's your phone, a tablet, a computer screen, and like your brain just goes tuned off. You just kind of blue screen out. You know what I mean? And you
Mm,
do you
mm,
need those breaks. That's one thing that me as a DM I've got to get good at. I'm terrible at taking breaks because like whenever I feel that slowdown, there's always that feeling of, you know what I need to do, throw the thing at them I've been holding on, and instead it really needs to be like, you know what, guys, let's take five, everyone chill out, let's recoup and come back. So it's
yeah,
good to hear that you're using it in your games. That's awesome.
yeah. it's the people first. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's the people first before any story can be made. It's the characters, it's the players that you need to address. That's
Right.
the main thing.
Right.
Because without your players, you're just there telling yourself a story.
Right. Right. Right.
Well, that's a very fair statement. I couldn't agree more.
Oh man, it's a collaborative story event, that's for sure. How about I toss you another question?
Go for it. Shoot,
Um,
shoot.
this is one only because I've already told you I have my reoccurring bit. Do you have any fun reoccurring bits, NPCs or items that kind of span multiple games or multiple worlds that you've created?
Uh, it's uh it's not a it's not a funny thing or anything, but yeah, I tend to downplay some items for my players. Yeah, you find a bronze sword, and yeah, I tend
Mm-hmm.
to limit the description. And then once yeah, I try to use the bronze sword. That is the legendary bronze sword of what? We've been holding this the whole time. And yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah. Some
they
some NPC
they
goes,
just
"Why do you have our king sword?"
yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's awesome.
what are you doing with the legendary sword like that? And just you're using it as a mop? And yeah,
What?
that kind of thing. I do sort of, yeah, downplay that. Um, uh, One time well, most of the time in my campaigns now, I do give them sort of, yeah, gemstones, as reward, and then I sort of give little description. Yeah, you see sort of a moat inside that gem, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, uh, they just sort of sell it, for gold, for other things. Then I tell them, after the campaign, or sometime after the session. Yeah, that was a elemental gem. That was a very good item, and yeah, you sold it for what, 150 gold. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's the only gag I'm running. But yeah,
Okay.
on NPCs, not much. I'm so sorry.
No, you're
But yeah,
fine.
yeah, that's the
the
that's the only gag I'm running with my players.
the people in chat have the most important question. It
Yeah.
couldn't be more important. What's your favorite color?
Oh, I'm a green guy.
Nice.
I'm a nature person.
That's rad.
Uh,
I
oh, that's
only
red. Nature is
downplayed
red.
it. No, rad. Sorry, cool. I
Oh,
only
sorry.
downplay it because I'm colorblind. So I'm like, yeah, man, green's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah. No, I have one more question for you before we kind of move on. And we after this question, please feel free to stay around and talk to these contest winners that are coming up down the pipeline with us. But my last question is kind of a softball. Uh, what's kind of been the best part of being part of the Tavern Board?
Ooh, the best part of being a tavern board is the multitude of players that are eager and wants to join, the beginners who wants to be taught how to play the game, what's the ethics like, what to do. And yeah, most here in the tavern board has one goal, and that is to play D&D, and that's awesome. In my area, we are, not very much into D&D, and with Tavern Board, I have all sorts of connections.
Mm-hmm.
I have players, I have DMs that I can ask. I even got to play in a game.
Right,
I've been
right.
a forever DM. I've been
Yeah,
a forever DM
that
for
that
six
that's on
years ever
that's on our
since.
question list, and I was
Yeah.
wondering, but yeah, six years the forever DM, huh?
That's tough.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah,
I
I
had a
got to play. That
I
was
had a
awesome.
question because me and you have known each other for a bit, Zero. I knew you
Hmm.
before the Tavern Board.
Hmm.
We knew each other from a project that was being done by a bunch of pro DMs.
Yeah.
Um, so how the hell did you get into that project? Like, I remember meeting you and you just being like, hey guys. I'm like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, because I really like to play D&D, and as you are, your first players or your friends, and most of that friends, are not into D&D. You have different sorts of hobbies and that kind of thing. And I was looking for a sort of paid gig, and
Mhm.
I don't know if I was, I don't know if I was getting paid or anything like that. But yeah, I wanted to expand my horizons, and yeah, it was a perfect name. And yeah, I was invited by a friend of a friend who said, yeah, they are trying to do this thing, and so yeah, I said, sign me up, and then yeah,
Uh,
it it keeled over. So that was sad, but yeah, it was a good thing in disguise. I met Star there, and Star said, "Yeah, you want players? You want DMs? I got you. just
yeah, and the
yeah, just
so
join. Just come with me."
for those who don't know, I used to do a lot of work for Pro DMs before I started doing this. I used to do a lot of advertising, helping Pro DMs find players and whatnot. I'd get a kick out of it. It was good. But this where I met Zero was in the ashes of a project that was supposed to be like this massive, I won't lie, like massive world that would be run 24 hours.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Um, it was going to be a game that every 4 hours, the 7 DMs that are on would be switched out and a new 7 DMs would be put in. It was a massive project. And of course, the debate, the reason why it ended up like burning to the ground was the major fact that game masters really don't get along, like pro game masters really don't get along with other people telling them what to do. A lot of the times, a lot of them are like, "Hey, my way's better." No, but my way's more efficient. But then another person's gonna be like, "But mine will make us more money." It'll be a huge like just cult like massive egos on egos, and it was tough. And like the worst part was that we had to vet you in the beginning, and what killed us was like a good portion of people who were coming in were like, we're pro DMs, but they weren't. And like it was a bit brutal. And I remember meeting Zero, and then months pass on. I don't hear anything from that server, but I go to check it out because I'm like, whatever, let me see what's going on in here. And there he is. He's like, so is anyone still alive in here? I'm like, no, but you can come with me. And I just grabbed him and was like, you're coming with me to the tavern board, bro. Like, you're coming with me.
I'm taking that one.
So yeah, yeah. My plan for that, yeah, if it was dead, yeah, for the lack of a better word, I was trying to poach the DMs that were there, but instead I got poached, and that was good.
The old reverse. I like it.
Yeah, it was so fun. Yeah, and yeah,
Well,
the tavern board people have been so kind to me. Each of my players have been, as I said, I haven't had much of problem players.
mm-hmm.
I had some, but it's not from the tavern board. And yeah, I hope that it keeps going. Even the DMs that I have played for, they are all amazing, by the way. And yeah, uh, it's super great to be part of the tavern board. And as I said, props to Jacob for the great name for the server, tavern board, where task givers are gathered
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in one single place.
Uh,
Yep.
I do have this passion project for a little soundbite to start these little podcasts and the videos and the campaigns and stuff is to get as many people in one of these calls as we can, and everyone just muffle over each other to like the sound of like a steaming pot off into the distance. I thought that would just be like the most fun sound bit to like start all our stuff to. But I mean, we would need like 50 people from the server to hop in and just make a bunch of sounds. That's a call to
God, what
action. That's a
What a
call to action.
headache! What a headache!
It would be so fun, but someone also needs a kettle. Oh, I have a kettle.
I
All
think
right,
everyone. I know Adria has one.
that's it. We've done it. So first off, Zero, thanks for being a part of this. You're the man. I might have to steal you for a guest spot in our Thursday night game if you would be interested. But yeah, for now, if you could stick around with us, that'd be awesome. But let's move on to our contest winners.
Oh yeah.
Uh, Jacob, could you explain kind of what the contest was, and then go ahead and introduce our first contest winner?
All right. So the contest was basically for Halloween, we had an exciting event planned for the Tavern Board for players and DMs to kind of be like, hey, if you want to play a game and maybe win something, let's do it. So what we ended up doing was we made a one-shot contest allowing players to create an original Halloween campaign. It had to be a one-shot, couldn't be a short-term, can't be a long-term, can't be a part of your long-term. It was a one-shot campaign, and it was made by you. Anyone can do it. Player, game master, did not matter. Anyone can. Everyone has the right to create a fun game. I do not care what system you use as long as it was a tabletop role playing game. So it was fair, and everyone had a chance to play. And these three lads that are going to be coming up after Zero are the winners of our one shot campaign, and who also were able to get the prize, which was what I mentioned earlier was the Fist Ultra Edition um, uh, book, which costs about $20 but has a $60 value online. And I'm really happy that they did so because these guys are really awesome DMs or game masters. And I can't wait to see what they do in the future. Now, first up, we got Brodo, who is an awesome guy. He's just a lot of fun to talk to. Come on up here, buddy.
Hey, how you doing?
That was
Brodo, how we doing?
very Italian. Very Italian.
Yeah, well, that's pretty accurate to me. How's everyone doing? My name is Brodo. I'm a newer DM here on the Tavern Board.
Yeah, well, a newer, but according to our contest, very successful.
Nice to hear.
Yeah. First off, congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So I got to learn a little bit about your one shot as I was trying to do my little hype train for it, trying to get you a couple players, trying to get hype going on. But would you mind kind of explaining to everyone else kind of what you had going on?
Sure, no problem. So my one shot, which I have called Escape from Castle von Brandt, involves a small event in a much larger capacity, but obviously condensed down to a one shot. And essentially, the party were part of a battalion meant to siege this castle in the first place, but were caught in an unfortunate ambush, and they were the only ones to survive and were taken prisoner. Only to their horror that they're not simply prisoners, but they're going to be used for something by the mysterious von Brandt family, who are basically vampires.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I I mean, first things first. When you ran this one shot, did everybody make it out alive, or did you have a couple casualties? How did it play out?
At the end, we actually had a very interesting end, and only we had 5 players. Two
Mm-hmm.
of the 5 actually made it out alive. Two, they fell in the final battle against the final boss,
Okay.
and one player actually changed sides and became a Von Brandt himself.
What?
Oh yeah, I love that.
What a
So we,
betrayal!
yes, we had 2 escapees, 2 casualties, and 1 turncoat. which was very unexpected. But
But
it was always an option.
but turncoat means didn't die, right?
No, not only did he not die, he is now a vampire and even a champion of that castle.
That's winning in my book. I know there's no winning or losing in D&D, but there are in one shots. That is a win.
Oh yeah.
I'd say it's a pretty good one.
Nice, nice. Out of that game, not that we play favorites or anything. Did you have anyone who really stood out and you felt like you could lean on them as a player?
Uh, well, two players that were there were actually good friends of mine who I've been DMing for many years now.
Sure, sure.
So
Shout them out
they
if you'd like.
yeah, that was Okami Nexus and Alex,
Nice.
as he's labeled himself on the Discord. I am friends with them in real life, and they've actually been playing in games that I've run since around 2019, and I've essentially been a forever DM,
Yep. Yeah. Um,
which I'm fine with. I actually prefer being a DM.
You know what? I kind of fall in that category too. Not that I don't love being a player, because I just took like a year break of being a DM, and a couple of my players wanted to run games, and they were really fun. But I do miss that it's puzzle solving, but like on tough mode. You have to be ready for a player to say, "All right, uh, I understand you telling me there's a path that goes right and there's nothing to the left, but what if I crawl over that wall and look on the other side of the 10-foot wall?" And you'll be like, "All right, let's figure out what was on that other side of the wall together." I
That is that's the stuff I love when my players do something like that.
mhm,
It makes the funnest stories because you will have situations where it's like, oh hey, you're in this area, you need to find a way out, and they'll sit there for however long coming up with crazy ideas, and sometimes you have to be like, hey, did you try to knock on the door? And then
mhm,
the door opens pretty easily.
mhm.
Or I've had cases in other games I played where someone has gone so off the rails that they managed to turn an NPC into a main character.
Absolutely, you gotta love it. An NPC mainstay. Yeah, I think that's the fun of being a DM for me. I had one game that I trusted all my players, and then I decided to make up this game system that was improv, and essentially every time someone critted, they got to add something to the story, and I just had such a great time.
It's always fun with improv. That's a big thing that I do. I've been improving for so long that I could come with things on the spot. Granted, I do have written some story beats, but a lot of it becomes very free flowed, and I believe it makes it fun for the players because they never know what's going to happen. And to me myself as the DM, sometimes I don't even know what's going to happen next. So it's
Right.
almost as if I'm playing alongside my players. We're all in this together, but I'm secretly standing behind everybody with a pen and paper, like, and then this is gonna happen.
You
Uh,
you can't say those words because you know there were some High School Musical fans out there that just did the clap and they just went, "We're all in this together." How dare you bring that upon us here at the Tavern Board?
oh yeah, I'll do one better. I've never seen that movie.
Thank you,
That's crazy.
thank
That's
you.
crazy. Oh my god. Ban
Uh,
this
so,
man.
my
so
my
if
my
you hear a
wife
reference
taught
like that, I've never seen it.
my wife taught our daughter the dance, and it was a rough day for me as at the time just a girl dad, and I just had to sit there and went, "All right, this is happening."
Hey, that's where all the good memories are at.
That's true. You're right. I see. I still remember it. It gave me a smile. Hey, back to you though, Brodo. I've got to know.
Sure.
Vampires. You went with a vampire
Yes.
themed game. What was the vampire voice?
Oh, that's a really good question because none of the vampires really had, say, a vampiric voice.
Sure.
I ran the game very realistic. Everybody had obviously everyone had a voice, everyone had a style, but nothing was, I could say, strictly vampiric in the voice setting. Yes, everyone was a vampire,
Mm-hmm.
but at the top they were the Von Brandts. I'll focus on them.
Right.
They are still they're a noble family, so they're prim and proper, but there's a bit of a dark side behind them.
Okay. Okay. Now, humor us. If you
Sure.
were forced to do a vampire voice, what would it sound like?
Hmm.
Just on the spot.
Well,
Just
if I was forced to do a vampire voice, I would go for something a bit more breathy and possibly even elegant. Or at least I think it's elegant. But that's where the ego comes in, because I think it looks nice. And if I think it looks nice, it must look nice.
I
So that's
love it.
kind of where I would go for
Just
something
like
like that.
that. Bam, came out of
That was
nowhere.
intense. That intense. That made me want to go grab my steak. Hold on.
Oh, don't do that.
I love it. I love it, Brodo.
I've done a ton of voices. I wish I wish Zero was still was here because he was one of the players. There was an orc blacksmith that was at the bottom of the keep that they ran into, and the best way I can describe that orc was he talked purely in Gollum.
What?
So you just had this orc, and he did not make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
And someone would simply say something, and this orc would go on a tangent, and then somehow get to the final phrase of "Copper is life." Like, give me a word.
Taxidermy.
Does anybody else remember that meme? That meme on like Vine so long ago with the kid who was like, "Chipotle is life."
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Chipotle.
so you said taxidermy.
Yep.
So
Yep.
if you were to say that to this orc, he would be. And I don't have a camera, unfortunately, or else you'd see me hunched over my chair like Gollum.
Mm-hmm.
He'd just be like, "Ooh, yes, taxidermy. You make life without life. That's like copper. Copper is life. Yes."
Come
And that's
on.
pretty much how that orc was the entire time.
Come on. I love it,
Until
Brodo.
of until eventually they somehow managed to get him to tell them about a sword needed to actually kill these vampires.
Um, I'm a voice guy. It sounds like you are too, but I always feel like a DM doesn't need to do voices to make things function to make people feel like they're in a real world. But God, isn't it fun? Like even if it's the dumbest voice and everyone laughs at you,
Oh,
wasn't it fun just to throw something out?
yes, it is. It is very fun, and that's landed me in several places where I've had reoccurring characters that do have a distinctive voice,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't even have to say anything. I could just make a noise in that with that voice, and everyone knows immediately what I'm talking about.
I love it. I love it.
Which that's always very fun when stuff like that happens.
Yeah, and my advice to people who are to people who are just getting into being a GM, just go for it. Honestly, the people who are gonna make fun of you are too afraid to do a voice anyways. And the more people who do voices, they'll be like, all right, I wish I would have done a voice. And the next time you play, they'll have a voice ready to go. So just someone's got to be the leader who does the voice.
You just gotta throw it out there. I mean,
Yeah,
you're the DM, and not only do you want your players to have fun, you yourself you want to have fun. It's why you do it.
that's right.
So if you want to act crazy, then go act crazy. Go make a nutty NPC that's gonna pester the party.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Oh
and
yeah.
see where it goes. Who knows? That NPC could get adopted for all you know, or they could become a massive thorn in their back that spans multiple campaigns.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This goes out to all the players as well. Don't be afraid to do a voice. Like I talk like I'm from California because I am, but um, I just love doing this southern accent for this character, and it sounds terrible, but it's so much fun just to do so because you are this character. So if you, a DM or if you're a game master, if you're a player, just have fun, be that character in the way they want to be. And I promise you, you'll have almost 100 times better time playing just doing that.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely. And even where you come from, that could be very easy to make a voice. Like, you know, stereotypes are never good, but sometimes if you can learn to make fun of yourself, people will have a better time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I, as you heard as soon as I got in here, was of my, hey, how you doing? I am from New Jersey and I am an Italian, so that was actually very natural for me. But I've upped that in the past to make like, I make a character that sounded like this,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
it might be ridiculous, but it's to me it's funny, and to other people, they might find it funny, they might not, but that's all in, it's all in good fun.
I love
Oh
it.
man, I thought you were doing a accent when you walked into the street.
Oh, I'm actually, uh, this might be a little off tangent, but do you want to hear a story?
We're ready for it.
Yeah, that was yours.
So I'm gonna call this the story of how I immediately outed myself in the great state of Texas.
Oh no.
So I have a friend who lives in Texas. Short story, I was going to go there for a Renaissance fair because I'm big into cosplay, Renaissance fair stuff like that. I told him as a joke that I'm gonna wear a Texas disguise so nobody knows I'm from the East Coast. And he goes, "Okay, I want to see this." So I get there. I got blue jeans, a pair of sneakers, a Talladega Nights Ricky Bobby T-shirt, a black denim jacket, and a ball cap that says "Fish want me, women fear me." And he looks at me, he goes, "You know what? That's actually pretty accurate." And he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna take you to Whataburger because they don't have that where you're from." So I'm like, "Cool, let's go." We get there, and the women running the front, nicest people ever, and they're like, "Hi, welcome to Whataburger. What can I get you today?" Very nice. And me, without even thinking, I just turn around and go, "Hey, how you doing?"
Let it slip.
My friend my friend turns and looks at me like, like the slowest turn ever, and just goes, "Dude, you pulled a full Tony Soprano. You've been in Texas for 30 minutes." So,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm from the West Coast as well, much like Jacob, but I've been in the Midwest now for like 15 years or something like that, and the one that's gotten me is the ope. I ope everything. I
the
I
ope.
might I might yeah, it's a weird concept because you can use it for anything. You open up a bag of chips, but you rip it a little bit. Oh, you accidentally bump into someone in a crowded room who clearly bumped into you first. Oh, it just it sinks into your soul. They got
Oh,
me.
that's not just the Midwest, brother. That's here on the East Coast too. I do that most of the time.
Oh no, we
Except
got.
it's not it's more like hey.
You guys are
Close
saying
to
weird fucking.
unfortunately.
You,
Yeah,
you know,
unfortunately, it's close to going like hey,
Hey.
but you got those little phrases. There is a, particular phrase word that gets thrown around a lot where I'm at, but I don't want to repeat that word. But it starts with an F, and I'm pretty sure you could figure out the rest.
was it fuck you?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Is it fantasy
Ah,
world building?
it's a fantasy.
I would love it to be fantasy world building,
I
but no.
dare you next time someone bumps into you, be like fantasy world building. I dare you. That's my challenge to you.
Okay, fine.
Oh
You
Uh,
think
man.
I won't? I've said stranger things to people.
Oh
uh,
god.
Star,
No, but
do you have
I'm
Start
sorry.
quoting
any
start
questions?
quoting Mad Max in traffic. You'll see how quickly people roll the windows up on you.
Oh man, I just sing really loud in traffic. It's not good for anybody.
No, I love
Nah,
it.
that's
I'd
the
be
best time
listening
to
to Hazbin
sing.
Hotel. I'll just be like,
You've been waiting to say anything about Has Been Hotel this entire time.
I may or may not have. No, I love it. I love Hazbin Hotel. But you know what's really funny, bro? I live really close to you.
Oh, you do?
Oh yeah. I'm like 3 hours away.
Pennsylvania?
No, other way.
The other way is the ocean. I
Down.
doubt you're in the Atlantic.
He's just floating
Down.
out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Star
wait.
Island.
Shit. My fucking geography
Uh-oh.
is shit. Go
Uh-oh.
up.
Oh, New York?
Close.
Massachusetts.
Closer.
I
New
love this
Hampshire.
game.
Nah, you're getting cold.
I'm getting cold. Ah, crap. Delaware.
Fuck no, you're freezing, bro. You
God
were
damn
hot
it.
as shit with
You-
Massachusetts.
God damn it. I don't know, brother.
Rhode Island.
God damn it. And you know what the worst part about that? You know what the
You-
worst part about that is? And I'm pretty sure I have this wrong too. I'm pretty sure Billy Joel is from Rhode Island, and I'm pretty sure he's actually from Long Island, but I make that mistake all the time.
Yep. No, nope, I
Yeah.
live really close. So when you were saying that shit, I was like, huh. I was like, huh.
Nice.
Nope. Over here in Rhode Island, I just tell people to go fuck themselves. Um, I haven't lived here. I've lived in California all of my life. I moved over here 4 years ago after the military,
Mm,
and I kind of just liked it. It's cold. It's
Mhm.
nice. Um, it is what it is. I
yeah,
like it.
I'm born and raised. I haven't even left my own hometown. But I think the furthest I've ever gone west was like Hawaii for a vacation one time, a long time
That's
ago, and that
that's
was with a
pretty
plane,
west for
obviously.
you.
That's pretty
That's a
fucking west,
decent
dude.
west.
Not.
That's well, I did
That's
say
That's
the
that's
further
almost
I
west.
did say the furthest I've gone west, so that is the
Uh-huh.
furthest I've gone west.
That is
Uh,
the furthest, bro. That's
bro,
like
That
Brodo,
involved an airplane though. By car, I haven't been further than like Pennsylvania.
Jesus Christ.
Brodo, I think we could ask your questions and talk forever, but we do have two more contest winners we better bring on. So, Star, do you have any? I'll let you go for the final question for Brodo here. Do you got anything for him?
Um. So, when are we running a D&D game? When are you coming over?
I am looking to do one soon. I'm doing some writing work for the
I will
world that
get you and the boys a hotel room for $40 a night.
He
I
can
mean,
do
look, you
that.
give me that address and that date, I'll be there.
It's done, just like that. It's locked up. I love it.
That's easy. Then, hey, if you guys ever need a player for your game, call me. I'm down.
Call
Sick,
him.
sick.
That's all you gotta do is call him. All right, Star. First off, Brodo, feel free to stick around. If you hear something you gotta yell at, go ahead and yell it. But Star, I think you better introduce our next contest winner.
And now our next challenger, coming from the deepest parts of Valhalla. You know him, you love him. It's Thor.
Well, after that introduction, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, hey, good to have you on. First off, I am sorry we didn't have a soundboard for Thunder as we introduce you. We should have.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, yeah. We can all imagine it in our head. It would have been really cool. Like Thor. It would have been rad.
I could have done the sound effects.
I mean, Star, do you want to take two at it?
Fuck no. Fuck no.
Star's like, nah, no, I figured out what's going on here. Yeah, so Thor, the number two spot on our contest winner. What kind of game did you run? Tell us about it.
So as the contest went on, everybody ran a Halloween one shot. I did as well, and I know you'll ask about where I got the inspiration, so I'll go ahead and jump the gun on that. So one of my kids' favorite movies when they were younger was Monster House, and we kind of watched that every single year.
Good one.
And we watched it earlier in the month of October, and I was like, that would be an interesting thing to play with. And so that's kind of the inspiration of the Hall of Hunger, as it were. So, obviously it took place as traveling through the night. It just randomly appears, and you're kind of tired and ready for a rest, and you just it magically appears. So that's how it came to be, and that's just where the inspiration came from, is just the monster house.
I also, what I was gonna run for the Halloween one shot is this game. I actually had two games that were just short enough that they weren't quite a full one shot, so I put them together. And the first half of it is a Monster House and inspired game because one, I love that movie. It's great, but it's also so fun to like think you're in a house around Halloween time. Maybe you're just going up for candy, and then all of a sudden you notice the host who just gave you a Snickers. His feet are within the wood, and his feet are just moving along with the house, like just creepy stuff like that. But yeah, one of these days I'll have to run it. We'll run it live so people can be a part of it. But yeah,
So,
Monster House is one of my favorite inspirations.
so before we move on, Monster House terrified the fuck out of me as a kid. That was one of the scariest parts of my childhood. I remember being deadly terrified of that movie. I know I was a real big pussy as a kid. I promise you I was. Um, but genuinely, Monster House, the idea that like you go up to like there's this old man that yells at you and the grass is fucking like your enemy too, and you're fucking
Hmm.
going near it. Dude, that terrified the shit out of me.
uh, does anybody know who made Monster House? Who
No
like wrote
fucking
it?
clue.
Your mind,
No
Not
your
clue.
off the top of my head. Yeah, no, I don't.
Dan Harmon. Does that name ring a bell?
No.
Nope.
Community, Rick and Morty.
Oh, I love Community and Rick and Morty.
The
Yeah.
same dude wrote Monster House, and it was like, I could be wrong. Someone will have to fact check me, but he was like, dude, I just wrote it for a paycheck. And I was like, don't say stuff like that. It gave me joy.
Chowder
Nice.
was the
Yeah.
best character, by the way.
That's right.
God, no, that movie used to fucking. You had a game. Thank God. No, listen, Thor. I bet that's why you fucking won. But Jesus Christ, I wouldn't have been able to play. You would have been like, "Oh, it's Monster House." I'd be like, "Peace out, guys. Have a great time."
All right.
I ain't fucking with it.
So Jacob's not in for the Monster House inspired one shot. Got it. Good to know.
I would have shit myself. I would have shit myself.
Oh, I love it.
Oh man.
That movie, if I have to say one more thing, that movie has so much soul to it, and it's crazy that
Oh yeah.
it's just a kids movie.
Oh my God, it really was just like what kills me was just a kids movie, but the thought and detail that went into that movie was insane.
So Thor, you're telling me the inspiration wasn't a Waffle House just based off the name?
Yeah, you're right. It wasn't. And
Okay.
yeah, fun fact. As much as Waffle House is in the Midwest, it is nowhere near where I live. I think you have to travel either north or south of where I live, about 2.5, 3 hours, depending on where you're at, to get to the closest Waffle House. So yeah, it's just not here. It's where I go to Kansas City for football. I've been to
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota. I think I've seen them in Minnesota, but it's nowhere near here.
I was in Arizona. I lived in Arizona for a little bit, and I drove past my first ever Waffle House, and it was we just got done coaching a football game, and we all went out to the bar, and then we were like all going home, and I was like, "There's people at a Waffle House at 1 a.m. The myths are true." It just blew my brain, like I've never
That's a
seen one before.
Denny's, my God. That's just a Denny's, bro.
No,
That's
man. There's something different because there's still 50 people in there, but it's a much smaller space. Like
Yeah.
when you look at someone, you go, "You're an idiot." That person heard you.
Right?
oh God.
Oh
No,
man.
we'll
Yeah,
be
but
sampling Waffle House in December, by the way.
nice. But yeah, Thor, tell us about how the game went. Did First off, you had 6 players. You were looking to get 6 players. How many did you end up with?
I think we ended up with 6, if I recall
Holy
correctly. Maybe
cow!
5 with a spectator, if I remember correctly. 5 or 6. But yeah, we were looking for that much, simply because the what actually went into it and how many potential NPCs that you could have interacted with, and the I'm gonna phrase this, the BBEG that you also interacted with, you could, it just called for that many players because there were so, I felt like there was so much that you had to do to get through and really understand how this was working. So 5 or 6 players was fair enough for, I think, everybody to do and have equal amounts of time to shine.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
I've always found my sweet spot. I've always wanted to run like a buddy cop game where it's just two buddies against the world, you know. And then it becomes like, hey, can this person join? It's like, yeah. Hey, can this person join? Yeah, yeah. I really kind of came up with an idea, and then I end up with like 5 or 6 or 7, 8, 9, and I find myself overwhelmed when I run those kind of games. Even at like just 6, I find myself like, oh my gosh, okay, you go, you go, you go, and then by the time I go, I have 6 or 7 kobolds, you know, and I just want to
Mhm.
go through it as fast as I can. How do you get through you know, a game where you have that many players? How do you keep your composure?
I personally, for me, it's about the errors that happen. So in the one shot that we ran, there were so many, I felt like there were a lot of natural ones or natural twos or threes that I would just be like, oh yeah, well this guy, this thing whips right at your face and it just whiffs, and you just look at it and go, ha, you missed. So it's a little things like that where I feel that you engage with the players who are taking that turn, and
Mm-hmm.
then you also, when you're playing as your BBEG or whoever it is, you engage and make it a little more humorous, and you make it and kind of direct it towards the players so that they know that, hey, this is what's going on.
Right.
And yeah, I and to be honest, I haven't run that many games myself. It's been getting into it. So I ran the one shot, which was a stepping stone for me because I wanted to step out and give my hand into trying to develop the skill set to become a better GM or DM. And I also DM my own home brew here with my family. They were excited to play D&D after watching some Critical Role stuff. So they got it. They saw some highlights and like, hey,
Yep.
we want to play D&D
Yep.
too. So I came up with kind of a home brew campaign for 'em. I run that as time allows with my family. So that's also kind of where I've been building on to my skill set. So that's where I don't have a ton of experience, so my answers may not be the best for you, but I am stepping out there, and that's the biggest thing is trying to ensure that each player has some form of spotlight that they have that they can say, hey, I actually did this. I stepped
Yep.
up when it was needed, and they have been basically having fun. That's my biggest thing.
100%. Just stepping out into like that scary, like, oh my gosh, everyone's gonna judge me kind of moment, and seeing it just go okay is so much better than we all expect when we start. Even when like I've run games where it was like, well, only other my 5th or 6th session, and like I was like, dude, that was terrible, and I'm packing up and I'm going out to like my car. We've all said our goodbyes, and like someone texts me later, they're like, dude, I was not ready for that winter snake. Where'd you come up with the idea for a winter snake? And I was like, I panicked. They're like, it was genius. And like just little
Yep.
stuff like that. Like it just works. And I think it just comes from having fun. I think fun
Oh
is
yeah.
contagious.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the things that you hardly plan that tend to stick in everybody's mind the most. You can have the most thorough plan, um, and detail it out every single step. And then when you take that left-handed turn, as we were talking about before we started this, it's looking over that ledge and going, hey, let's figure out what's going on over there and figuring out together. And that improv is, to your point, probably the best part about it is figuring out where to go from there and just figuring out hey, what can we do now? So
Right.
yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, and improv's where it's at. I love it so much. I'm way too afraid to ever do like stand up or do improv or anything like that. But then all of a sudden there's dice involved, and I can improv all the time. I don't know. There's something about D&D that just lets you like as constricting as it feels to like play a game with friends, all of a sudden you've cut ties with who you were, and all of a sudden, yeah, you're most certainly Bulb, the old timey farmer out at the dell, and the players come up, and all of a sudden what I heard something suspicious happen, and you went, no, nothing really strange happened out here. Well, there was that one fella, but I promised him and like it just flows. You just have fun with it, and once
Yeah,
you let go, it's really fun.
yeah, absolutely. I agree with you.
Love it, love it. But yeah, Thor. First off, only because I'm interested. Have you opened up that care package yet? That prize you got? Have you got to
Ah,
dive into that
yes.
yet?
Yeah, I looked at it here a little bit once I got it. It's interesting to look at something that I haven't seen before and just kind of immerse yourself in the text and figure out what the overall real scope of the game is. So I haven't dived too far into it. I opened it, I read it for a few minutes, and then, of course, family life got into it, so I
Mm-hmm.
put it away, and I haven't been able to pick it up since. But it looks interesting. I am excited to get back into it and look through it a little bit more to understand the entirety of the game.
Awesome. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm.
um, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Once again, I was just gonna say I'm so excited to see who jumps in to play that first. But go ahead, sir.
I heard that you're a big fan of Critical Role.
Yes, my wife and I have recently been watching together campaign 4. Um, she was like, "Yeah, I really want to watch this," because I asked her about it um, previously because I wanted to, watch other people DM and kind of pick up on some ideas to use in my campaigns and go forward. And so we've been starting to watch it and become fans of it.
I gotcha. So fun fact. Um, so we're also the Tavern Board. I'm currently working on trying to potentially. I'm in negotiations, with Critical Role to potentially do a collab.
Wow, that's insane. That's awesome.
I work hard. I work
And we
hard.
Dang.
appreciate it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That is news, man. That is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yo, what's up, Ed? But yeah. Yeah. So some things that that aren't openly talked about is the fact that we have only one person who runs like the marketing and sales, and that's mainly me. Um, I right now I'm also currently in negotiations with Kaziism Incorporated, which is the creators of Call of Cthulhu.
Mm.
Trying to see if we could do some collab work, or maybe just potentially be able to do playtesting for them and give them reviews and whatnot. See what happens with that. That's why I always try to do as much as I can for everybody. Mainly, I'm trying to get as much cool free stuff for everybody so everyone can have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Uh, Call of Cthulhu. First off, awesome game. Uh, I dove into that maybe 5 years ago, and now I try to run a one shot every single year. It's a fun time. If you haven't played it, and you feel like your friends are psychologically in a good headspace, play one shot of Call of Cthulhu, and you'll find out different. But yeah, hey, Star, this is your moment.
yeah.
One last question for Thor before we move on to our last contest winner.
I have one last question, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. What would it be? Hmm. Trying to think. Um. Will you be joining us sometime for a special as a special guest in our game?
Great question.
Yeah, great question. Absolutely. Yes, if you have a guest spot that you need to be filled, absolutely let me know. My calendar is currently open. I don't have anything going on except for Saturday evenings. Um, I've got football here and there for going to the Kansas City Chiefs, so um, here and there. But other than that, no, I'm completely open. So feel free to invite me, and I'll be able to join.
This
Awesome.
podcast has now just become my playlist for guest DMs. I love this. I love this. First off, before we move on, Thor, I'm a Saints fan, so I have nothing good to say about football right now. I got a
I'm a
little
Steelers.
bit good to say.
Yeah, I know how you feel right now. Yeah, I do. I was there.
Yep.
Yep.
It hurt. It
Yep.
hurts.
Yep.
Before I start crying, Star, would you mind? Obviously, Thor, please stick around if you hear anything you want to chime in on. But Star, could you introduce our contest official winner?
So what Matt means by this is that according to the numbers, um, this is the number one spot. This is the you did it, my boy. You did it. This is the top dog. Um, let's bring him in. You know him. Sometimes you have to go see them every year, but you don't want to. It's
And an
Doc.
apple a day keeps them away.
Oh yeah. Get on up here, Doc.
Hey, how's it going?
Um, so Doc is our official, unofficial number one winner of the Halloween one shot contest. Thank you for participating. We're super happy that you actually participated because you were a last minute join.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I really appreciate you you know, let me participate in that. I was super excited.
Yeah, when I heard you talking when we were doing the our official game master interview um for the server, you were talking and you said something along the lines of I can create a game and run it within like 2 to 3 days. And
Yeah.
I was like, interesting, interesting. We're on like the last day of the Halloween contest, and I'm like, you know what? I'll push it back for you if you can actually keep this up and win.
Mm-hmm.
And Doc, you showed me, brother. You did it. You did it. You definitely showed me going into that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I live and breathe role playing games, and horror is my wheelhouse. So once you said Halloween theme, it spoke to me.
Uh,
Um,
I was gonna say, speaking of your game, only because we had a last minute chat that I don't think anyone else knows about. I 100% read the wrong write up of your game, or as I was like prepping this whole thing, like last second prepping, and I got the intro to your game so incredibly wrong. I'm positive I read someone else's game intro. Would you mind telling us what it is and then what I thought it was?
Uh, I mean, yeah. So it's called Blood for the Harvest. It takes place in the outpost of Dread Hollow. It's a walled town built around a ramshackle fort. The adventure is designed to make you feel like you're stepping into like a third act of a horror film. Storm raging, dread stick in the air, and the town's already halfway consumed by something old and hungry. Just kind of taking a glance into a world and experiencing a horrible evening in it. But yeah, it's basically it revolves around an ancient entity called the Hollow Watcher. It's
Mm-hmm.
a harvest spirit bound long ago by blood magic, and the town folk performed a ritual and accidentally freed the monster.
Yeah, yeah. And as your players kind of like approach this town, what I thought I read, which is wild because it's not even close, was a group of like NPCs smiling and waiting for the players to do something. And then you sent me a message and you were like, "Hey, not, trying to throw you off or anything. I don't know if you're trying to do a bit, but that's not how my game starts." And I went, "Oh, tell me about it." And they actually walk into a go if you wouldn't
It
mind
threw me off,
explaining
but I was like, I mean, that would have been really creepy if it had started that way.
it. I was like, "Hey, that's creepy. That's super crazy." But what I think you actually did was way scarier.
Yeah. So as they rolled into town, they're transporting supplies to this isolated frontier town. Storms rage, uh, and they come into town, and there's like this ritual burial going on. And as they get closer, it seems like the preacher's doing this ritual in duress. And as you take a closer look, there's just blood seeping from the coffin. And I just wanted to create a really tight atmosphere and just build a dread and really go into detail about the surroundings because I feel like that kind of puts you in the immersive feel of what's going on.
Right. And
Kind of
like
how
you
it
told me, it like puts you instantly at a state of unease and the lack of safety. Like instantly a player walks into that and they go, "I don't think we're all going to make it."
That's the feeling I was trying to get across.
Right. Um so when you made this game, how much homebrew did you have to do to kind of fit it in, and did it even run in 5e?
Oh yeah, it ran in 5e. You can get almost anything to run in 5e. But that's just my opinion. But
I no,
a
you're
lot of it
right.
was homebrewed. Um,
What was like
I
your
mean, but
favorite homebrew you did for it?
the big boss because when I went Dark Souls with it and made it even like bigger sub
Yes.
boss that you can throw in if things go a little south and you feel like it's a little too safe.
You said the
Oh,
words that we get to tag. You said Dark Souls, so we've done it.
wait a minute. Did you actually use that?
Wait, what?
Did you actually? I remember, Doc. We had a conversation about your big boss,
Yeah, yeah.
like
I take all
3 or 4 in the
insights and
morning.
I take what I like and I'll
Hmm.
implement it. I sent you the adventure.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
He's in there. He's
Oh my
nasty.
god! No, I told him I was like, yo, what if you make a boss and they have a hard time killing it, but then right when like they feel confident, you just drop a second boss. You just
Exactly. It,
You
and it all makes sense. The continuity. It just doesn't come out of nowhere. Like I'm just the DM, but I'm gonna beat you down.
right.
It's part of the story.
That's so cool. I love it so much.
oh my god, Matt, this was a conversation we had at 4 in the morning.
Which is where the best game conversations happen. It
Oh god.
Exactly. It's when the muse is kicking and the juices are brewing.
for me, it's on my really really early like 4 a.m. drives to my job. That's like an hour and a half away some days, and I'll just do voices, and I'm like, that's the voice of a character, and I have to write that character now. But I mean, same thing. Like those like dark wee hours of the night, for some reason, it just turns on our creativity, like just a little bit more.
I don't know. I'll be sitting at work and I'll just be like, I think I could probably write out like maybe like 20 pages. Maybe I could write a story, write a book.
Uh, yeah, I feel you there. I have like a Rolodex of stories just constantly
Yeah.
increasing in my head,
Oh yeah.
and
Hmm.
so it's not like when I get to thinking about something, I'll go down a rabbit hole, and now suddenly you have a campaign setting in a whole world.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all it takes. I I fancy myself a writer. I've almost writ like 3 books, but I stop at like 60, 70, 80%. But like same thing, every now and then you just get like that itch where you're like, I'm going to write 20 pages tonight, and you just do it for no reason. I don't
Definitely feel that.
Yeah. That's just part of the world we live in, I think. That this little like corner of creativity that doesn't have to be great. It doesn't have to be the most thought out thing in the world. It just needs to be played and like lived in. And I think that's where we all kind of come together.
Yeah, see, my biggest thing, my favorite thing is like sharing like worlds and ideas, and then like because other people, once that they have great ideas and it becomes collaborative, and then everybody's telling a story.
Yeah.
I agree.
Man, I love it.
No, I'm happy. I'm happy you were able to run a game. Like it was allowing the extension was one of the biggest decisions that me and the rest of our HR team was like, should we? Because honestly, like we this the one shot contest we felt like wasn't going in the direction that we wanted to, especially since like DMs, it was the holiday season, so a lot of things start pulling on, to us in the real life, us as real people. So a lot of things started happening. People, DMs were able, or game masters weren't able to run games. Players were dropping out, and it felt like it was just going sideways. But thankfully, I feel like the game masters that we did have play, they showed out. They were there. They played their games. They they ran them. They scared the shit out of some of them. They inspired some of the players. I know for a fact after the games, I had at least 2 to 3 people be like, I feel like I could make a game because these games were so much fun.
Right. Yeah. A lot of people
Yeah,
want to
it's
step
like,
up now.
yeah.
Um, yeah.
Sorry, I cut you off there, Doc. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just saying, like, yeah, one shots can easily turn into a campaign because you're just having a little bit of fun and people want to see what's further around the curtain.
Mm-hmm.
So, have you taken a look at that prize of yours?
I've glanced through it, but I've been in between a lot of projects with work and whatnot.
Hmm.
Want to get into a deep dive of it here. I plan on it, but I've only glanced through it as of yet. It looks really interesting.
It's a lot of fun, and I really do hope that one of you guys do end up doing it because the premise behind it is that the party is a mercenary unit, and basically the dungeon master just has to make up like a tactical game where the players basically it's like you're making up your own version of a Men in Black scenario.
Oh
That
yeah,
sounds rad.
I'm just all I need is some time, and I would be more than happy to take a whack at it. But yeah, I just need to find a moment to get a deep dive in there and see what happens.
Now, this is not off the wall because I sent you these questions already, but I am curious because I don't know why I wrote you this, but if you had to base a one shot off of your favorite cooking show or any cooking show, what would that one shot be?
Uh, I don't know, like Kitchen Nightmares. The players are cooks in a tavern. The ingredients keep coming to life. Vegetables scream, meat tries to escape. Spices can be explosive, and Gordon Ramsay is like a full-on demon lord. He doesn't yell, but if you mess up, he teleports you to his kitchen in hell, which you like. I don't know. Are
It probably
torture.
sucks. Yeah, that probably wouldn't be a
Yeah.
fun kitchen to work in.
I would love to hear Doc just start screaming at the players, "You fucking donkey!"
you you know what you are?
All right, big man. All right, big man.
You're a warlock's mistake. Oh, I love it. Now that was the joke one, but for real, if you had to make a one shot off of your favorite TV world setting, what would it be?
All right, so no judgment. It'd probably be off like Supernatural. I
Judgment.
like
Right.
their monster of the week kind of baked in. And yeah, like I could have cultists, I could have demons, I could literally go anywhere, and
That's rad.
that's I kind of
And
like that setup.
you can like
There-
break any fourth wall and jump into inner universe. That's pretty cool.
Yo, Brodo just said the craziest thing in one of our Discord chats. Fail a con save and get turned into an idiot sandwich.
Oh, that's rad. Yep,
That's
that's
amazing.
right.
Fun fact, Doc. there is an actual system that allows that allows the DM to create a world that is set in the modern times, like right now, um, but have the supernatural. I recommend going to look up Storm Bunny Studios. They have a really good system that 100% fits that vibe.
Oh yeah, I've run into a couple different ones that kind of do it, and I'd be more than happy to take a look. I love everything TTRPG. I mean, besides D&D, my other favorite one it would be Alien, the role playing game. So,
Oh, rad. That's super
Mm.
cool.
uh, yeah,
Um, you know the Fist, the Ultra Edition, the your prize can also be used in in the same way.
exactly with the mercenary setup. I can think of a few scenarios. Uh, One of my biggest things growing up was I watched a lot of like the 80s horror movies where you have the corporate stuff going on. I don't feel like it
Uh-huh.
would be a hard thing to come up with something fun for people.
Hmm.
Well, I'm first in line. Just putting it out there.
Hey, like I said, all I need to do is find some time and a free day, and I'd be more than happy to take a whack at it.
Nice.
All right, sounds good to me.
All right, Doc. Well, hey, we appreciate your time, sir. Um, I think, and unless any of you guys who are still here with us, is there anything you guys want to kind of promote and kind of push forward and let the server know what you're working on? If no one really has something, we'll move on. Stark and kind of tell what's coming up in the pipeline and in future projects. But Doc, let's go with you since you're here right now. What are you working on? What are you trying to push to maybe grab some players for?
Well, I'm excited for the holiday one shot contest. I'm kind of working on that on the side in between my other one shot that I'm running right now that ended up turning into a two-parter. But it's a really fun idea. I'm thinking it's basically like a Santa sleigh heist set
Nice.
in like a like the Feywilds, except it's more of a demi-plane of ice and wonder.
Nice.
That is sick.
Radical. Well,
And instead of like the traditional like you know elf village North Pole thing, it's more of a manufactorum. I feel like it'll be fun. I've created some races for it, the homebrew races for it that I think people will enjoy.
I love it. Well, any of you guys out there in the TTB, keep an eye out for that. A nice sleigh heist from Doc. We appreciate it, Doc. I see that Bruno or Brodo. I don't know why I keep calling you Bruno. Brodo has hopped in. What are you working on, Brodo?
I'm working on a couple things right now. I definitely need to look into the holiday one shot because I didn't know that there was another one, and I'm more than happy to do another one. I have three projects going on right now, and it's more of a matter of time which one to do first. They all take place in the same world. One of them is one is a saga of different smaller campaigns that all factor into a larger conflict. One of them is a sandbox, explore the world I creative type, and one is kind of a hey, I'm a gigantic mob movie fan, so let's be fantasy mobsters in a city kind of
You
deal.
you absolutely have to do mobster. I feel like you could drop. I feel like I could challenge you right now. Drop the mobster voice.
The mobster voice. Well, I mean, the easiest thing would do would be something closer to Joe Pesci. But funny enough, he's already from New Jersey, so that's kind of easy already to do.
You just leaned right into it. I love it.
I know.
Oh, oh
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Well, not for
Uh,
not for nothing, but I come from where they film Sopranos,
that's
so
right.
that's really easy.
Well, if you're looking for a nice mobster game, go ahead check out Brodo. Keep an eye on him in the future. Thor, it looks like you snuck in here. What do you got coming on?
Yeah, so I've got a campaign that I've been working on. It's called the Clockwork Exodus. I know I put it out there a while ago, but I had writer's block, as we all kind of know how that works.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't
Mm-hmm.
figure out how to tie some of the things that I wanted into it, but I have figured that out. So I'm working on it. I've got about 3 acts so far, and they're pretty far into it. So here soon, I think I'm going to be searching for some players. Basically, the premise is that in this homebrew world, all of the eras, such as Norse, Egyptian, Greece, um, then you have some other, so Egypt as well. So all of those blended together at some point in time. So you have a mixture of eras together, and you navigate through each era to figure out how it happened, why it happened, and are you going to fix it or are you going to leave it? So there's a lot there that is coming up. And I think this is going to be an interesting blend of, if you're a fan of mythology itself, you'll see that there is a bit of that thrown into this campaign as well. So that's really where the idea came from for this campaign, is throwing all the mythologies together and seeing how they would interact with each other.
And
That's pretty sick.
obviously, it's narrated by Thor. Clearly,
Yes, sir.
I have to help. I have to talk to you about that. I've got to throw my 2 cents in. That's right up my alley.
So, fun fact, Thor, in the future, you're going to be really excited with what the Tavern Board, like us as a company, are going to be throwing out there into the public. Because we have something right up that alley.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to freaking love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, stay
Yeah.
tuned for future projects.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we've heard from everybody. At
Yes, sir.
Zero, do you got anything that's coming up?
I've been busy this week. The only thing is my horror one shot, sort of escape Rosecliff Island
Mm-hmm.
themed one shot this Sunday, your time. And yeah, I'm hoping some people get interested and join. That would be just
Oh, yeah.
that would be all.
Guys, players, guys and gals, there are so many of you. There's almost 300 of you ready to play games, mostly players. Find some of these guys. These guys
Yeah.
are guys and gals, DMs, GMs. They're ready to play these games. Just reach out, even if you feel like it might be a little weird. Just to message these people. You wouldn't believe my Discord is full of messages right now of people I've never even met before, but they just like want to talk to you guys. Just reach out and talk to them. Say, hey, is there still a spot? Hey, do you mind if I just talk to you about your game? Just reach out and talk to these people, because obviously we've got 4 DMs here that are just ready to play games and are looking for players like you guys. So don't be afraid. Don't be bashful. This community is for some of those people who are shy and who feel like breaking into games is tough and difficult. We're here to make it easy. So feel
Mhm.
free, jump in and have some fun.
Um, yeah. So it's always important to remember that everything that we do is, well, the best advice someone has ever told me in D&D is that D&D is for friends. It's a friends game. When you're playing D&D, you're making friends, you're playing with friends. It is a friends game. If you want to make friends, play in a game. Play as a player, play as a DM. Trust me, you'll make friends because you're going to fight with them, you're going to help them, you're going to die with them. There is going to be an endless amount of things that you're going to do with them. Um, and these guys, these amazing game masters that we have here tonight, I'm very thankful for you guys being with us in the Tavern Board. I couldn't be happier to to have you as some of our game masters. If y'all need anything from us or from me directly, just let me know. Um, but yeah. Um, uh,
So with all that said, uh, if you're listening and you're not part of the Tavern Board, obviously first off, find us. talk to our people, make sure that you're this is the right Discord for you, and then join and start playing. For anyone who just wants to listen and hear what's coming next, hit us in that inbox, or when it pops up on YouTube, just comment underneath and tell us what you would like to hear from us next. We're Jacob and I are always willing to figure out what you guys want to talk about and talk about it as a whole. So yeah, take a couple seconds, just yak at us, and we'll find a way to put that into the next episode, which is every other Thursday.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Before we finish this up, I do want to talk about what is coming up in the Tavern Board. I don't want to spoil too much. We are having a Christmas one-shot contest for all the game masters out there. There isn't any restrictions. The one thing is that it has to revolve something related or Santa. If it's either Santa Claus or something related that might be like Santa Claus. That is it. Anything else? It could be like springtime and you're gonna go hunt down Santa Claus because he's trying to make it Christmas. I don't know.
Yeah. Make sure Santa comes to town. That's all we're asking.
Exactly. What else is new? Right now we're slowly getting into playtesting our new subclasses for the Tavern Board. We are currently working on a book. So the Tavern Board is working on a book for all GMs to help write and play games. If anyone is curious about that, let us know. The book will be a kind of like a supplement for 5e, but it will also be available to any type of different other versions of D&D that you are interested in. Up to you. But at the moment, it is still under the works. Myself, as well as Matt here, are working on it. Some of you have met Samant. He is an awesome guy. He also runs the Call of Cthulhu games on Thursdays or on Tuesday nights. He is quite the game master himself. But he is also our lead creative writer. He writes, it's what he does for college, is his passion. Love the dude. Big shout out to him. What else is coming up? I'm trying to think.
I do know we're supposed to say something about Salt being super cool, but I don't know. Last I heard from Salt, she's just trying to like hit zombies with books or something like that. I don't.
Oh
remember.
yeah, I don't know. Some person like that.
Yeah, so, something about being super cool. I don't know.
I guess I don't know. Oh, she's okay. We're gonna get yelled at later.
Oh yeah, she's gonna cause so much chaos in my zombie game. But I think it's time. First off, I want to thank all our guests we had. But between Zero, what do you got?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Before we do end, I want to make this clear. Next year, 2026, right? We are officially starting the private sector. So, what does that mean? When we hit 500 players, not 500 members, but 500 players specifically, the server is going into a lockdown for the rest of the year. So, it is a first come, first serve. After that, we will have a waiting list. So, if you have friends, family, someone you know who you want to be a part of the Tavern Board, make sure you have them do it before we hit 500. It is a first come, first serve. After that, we are we are completely private for the next year. We will not be opening up to the complete public and joining the official Discord community until the year of 2027.
So, what he's saying is now's the time. If you have a buddy who plays and is having a rough time finding people, come to us. we've got people. We've got people who are ready to run games, play games, create games. We even have a section of if you just don't know how to build your character. We have a character creation section in our Discord. Um, we have DMs willing to help. We have players who just want to have fun. Just come and have some fun. Join before it's too late. Um, yeah, I think we're in a really good spot. This server is such a fun place for people to play and hang out. And honestly, if you just want to be around D&D and get to know it before you jump in, guess what? We also have a section for just hanging out and playing games together. So don't feel like you need to be this mastermind DM to be in our server. Just come play Among Us with us, or Star,
Frag
you're,
punk, frag punk,
or play some
frag punk,
Frag Punk with
frag
us.
punk. That's what I'm doing as soon as we finish this.
But with all that said, to all our guests tonight, thank you guys. You guys were awesome. I'm so glad we got to hear from some of you because I truly don't get to play with many of you, but you guys are all now on my list of co-stars of the land that was promised. So be ready for the messages. I hope you guys are willing to play. But this is the time you guys get to witness it. Star has to, in this moment, come up with our outro before we call it quits for the night. I gave him notes, and then I told him those are dumb notes. Figure it out yourself. So, Star, if you wouldn't mind closing us out for the night.
All right, guys. It's your boy. I'm joking. No, thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate you guys so much. Make sure to follow us if you haven't, because we're gonna be streaming every Thursday for either our D&D game, which is a lot of fun to hear. You'll be hearing me talk in a really redneck voice, and you'll be hearing another dude talk like he's stoned out of his fucking mind. Um, if you're interested in that, every other Thursday, and then every other Thursday we're gonna be doing this every time, talking to players, talking to game masters, spreading the word, having a good time, and just it's just D&D, my guys. It is a fun time. All right. Once again, have a good night. I'm out of here.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Bye.